As
to a
crazy story.
really surprising, shocking arrest
With
the story behind it.
new twists.
Yes,
There are new
21
twists to the
Savage.
story.
Yo, what's good, fam? We back again. And today we're jumping headfirst into some explosive, controversial energy that's got the entire hip-hop world on edge. This situation didn't just rattle Atlanta, it shook the internet and hit the culture all at once. Listen to this. Remember when 21 Savage tweeted "F the streets"? Almost overnight, a wave of so-called street rappers started echoing the same message, as if it was coordinated. Yeah, that moment wasn't accidental. There's way more under the surface than people realized at first, and it all connects to fresh snitching accusations that started bubbling up online. We're talking leaked clips, whispers of federal cooperation, and a movement that looks polished on top but feels slippery underneath. A lot of people believe this was a soft rollout designed to make certain behavior seem acceptable in rap culture, especially for major names protecting their brand. No cap, this whole thing is messy. By the end of this video, you'll see why 21 Savage really pushed that F the streets message. And trust me, it goes way deeper than loyalty talk or personal growth. Before we dive into the madness, let's rewind and set the stage real quick. This all traces back to December 2025, right after Young Thug walked free from that RICO case. The streets and the timeline were on fire with non-stop debates about who talked, who folded, and who actually stood tall under pressure. Then, out of nowhere, 21 Savage drops a tweet that completely flips the narrative. He said, and I'm quoting, "You dudes fixed that SH. Y'all love each other. We knew Gunna wasn't a gangster when he told us the first time and we swept it under the rug for you. We know he wasn't trying to leave you hanging in the streets. We aren't getting anything but trauma from that." At first glance, you might have thought this was some feel-good unity message, right? Wrong. 21 Savage wasn't preaching togetherness. He was peeling back the curtain. He openly admitted they knew Gunna cooperated early on, but they kept it quiet because it benefited them. But hold up, it gets even wilder. That tweet wasn't about peace or loyalty at all. It was straight damage control. And once that message hit the timeline, things exploded fast. The moment he hit send, it triggered a domino effect. Atlanta rappers across the board started jumping on the wave. We're talking about Young Thug tweeting "F the streets," plus Pooh Shiesty, G Herbo, Big 30, Lil Baby, and others. Artists who built entire careers on street credibility suddenly acting like the streets didn't matter anymore. But here's the part that made people pause: timing. This so-called movement kicked off right after serious allegations about 21 Savage surfaced, and not petty rap beef either. These were heavy, career-altering claims that had the city buzzing. This wasn't checkers, it was chess, and 21 Savage looked like he made the opening move. We're not talking small-scale drama here. This is federal-level territory. Immigration deals, law enforcement cooperation, and leaked paperwork keep the streets talking non-stop. Wack 100 has been calling out 21 Savage months ago, claiming he's been cooperating with the feds through something called the U visa program. If you don't know, a U visa allows crime victims to legally stay in the US. But here's the catch: it comes with conditions. To qualify, you have to assist law enforcement. And according to Wack, 21 Savage has been using that program to maintain his legal status, meaning communication with the feds was part of the deal. And now we hit the spicy part. Wack 100 went on record saying outright that 21 Savage is the Atlanta rapper prosecutors were hinting at, the one allegedly helping build RICO cases against other artists. He explained, paraphrasing, that his cooperation under the U visa explains how he's remained in the country without citizenship. But girl, it gets messier. Remember when 21 Savage was detained by ICE back in 2019?
To a crazy story.
Really surprising, shocking arrest
With
the story behind it.
new twists.
Yes,
There are new
21
twists to the
Savage
story.
arrested during an ICE sweep in Georgia over the weekend, and he was arrested on Sunday.
Hold up, let's rewind for a second. 21 Savage was taken into custody during an ICE operation in Georgia over the weekend, with reports confirming the arrest happened on a Sunday. And according to the chatter, that's when everything allegedly shifted behind the scenes. People claim the fear of deportation kicked in, and that's when cooperation with authorities supposedly began as a way to secure his place in the country. This isn't just internet gossip, it's serious legal pressure colliding with street reputation. And here's where things get wild. There are rumors of leaked clips circulating online that allegedly show 21 Savage inside a federal building, moving way too comfortably around people who clearly aren't part of his legal team. Now listen, I haven't personally seen the footage, but when multiple corners of the street start saying the same thing, you can't just brush it off. So let's really break this down. You've got 21 Savage facing cooperation allegations strong enough to shake his entire image. At the same time, Young Thug just returned home after taking a plea deal that included some heavy admissions on record. Then there's Gunna, the same artist labeled a snitch for 2 straight years, suddenly being welcomed back into the fold like nothing ever happened. That's not a coincidence, that's a shift in power. What's really happening is these artists realize the old street rules no longer protected them because they already crossed the lines themselves. So instead of owning it, they flipped the narrative. That's where the whole F the streets wave came from. Not growth, not maturity, but pressure. Atlanta's rap scene is going through a reset in real time. The codes that once meant everything are suddenly being rewritten, and 21 Savage sits right in the center of that storm. The streets are talking, and right now, every word carries weight. Even 6ix9ine jumped in and called out the hypocrisy, saying these dudes bend and break the rules whenever it benefits them. When it was Gunna, the label was Rat. When it was 6ix9ine, the label was Rat. But when it's their own circle, suddenly the streets don't matter anymore. And let's be honest, the timing looks crazy. This whole movement popped off right after 21 Savage's album dropped. Sales weren't exactly on fire. Young Thug's project didn't land how people expected either, and the streets were actively questioning credibility. It felt like a collective decision. If we can't win by the old rules, let's rewrite them. But not everybody bought that story. Real street voices spoke up immediately. Sauce Walker went viral saying, "All you police-ass dudes talking F the streets because everybody's snitching. I did 10 years behind this." Others added that if artists truly felt that way, they should stop rapping about the streets, stop profiting from it, and stop using it as an image. Even Lil Zay and Osama called out G Herbo directly, accusing certain artists of using this narrative to align with cooperators. Nobody was fooled. The smoke was obvious. Take Gunna for an example. The streets built these artists, gave them clout, credibility, and influence, and now they're ready to turn their backs the moment accountability shows up. But the biggest tell, 21 Savage's own tweet. He admitted they knew Gunna was cooperating from the very beginning and covered it up anyway. That means deals were made, money was earned, and business was done with people labeled as rats the entire time. So how can anyone point fingers now? That's not just irony, that's straight hypocrisy. Zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about one rapper. This is about street credibility and hip-hop collapsing in real time. These careers were built on authenticity and being solid. But when pressure hit, the fold came fast. And here's the wild part. They're trying to sell it as evolution. Nah, that's damage control. Real growth will be accountability, not rule changes. Hip-hop's backbone has always been the streets. That's where real stories come from. That's how authenticity is measured. But now, some artists are ready to discard that foundation because they can't meet the standards they promoted. And the contradiction is loud. The same people saying F the streets are still rapping about sliding, drilling, and staying ready. Push Shiesty just dropped bars about not shooting in years, but still being active. You can't reject the streets while profiting from street narratives in the same breath. So the real question is, why now? Why did this movement start at this exact moment? According to sources, pressure has been building quietly. More leaked paperwork, more cooperation deals, more names are on the verge of being exposed. This isn't just drama, it's a culture-wide shakeup. That F the streets wave looks more like preemptive defense than philosophy. Flip the story before the truth hits. Normalize cooperation before exposure arrives. And if you're staring down federal heat, that strategy suddenly makes sense. Remember that leaked footage allegedly showing 21 Savage inside a federal building, way too relaxed? Again, I haven't seen it myself, but when enough smoke shows up, fire usually isn't far behind, and the real ones aren't buying the new narrative. Even Kodak Black has been quietly liking posts calling the whole wave fake. Why? Because Kodak caught backlash for working with 6ix9ine, while others are now embracing the same behavior with zero smoke. That's not evolution, that's selective morality. Rap 100 has been the loudest voice calling this out. He claims 21 Savage has been protected federally through the U-Visa program this whole time. He even said powerful people reached out telling him to chill on the topic. Ask yourself, why protect someone unless they're valuable to the system? Then there's the Clubhouse clip. 21 Savage laughed it off when Wack was joking, but once real allegations started flying, silence followed. That's not confidence, that's caution. Here's the bottom line. This movement isn't about unity or growth. It's about artists caught breaking the code, rewriting the rules so their violations don't count. 21 Savage started it under pressure. Young Thug followed after a plea deal. Gunna waited it out. Others joined to avoid being next. But the streets see it clearly. You can't build a career on street credibility and then abandon it when accountability shows up. Real recognizes real. Don't let anyone gaslight you into calling cooperation evolution. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if this opened your eyes. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. Tomorrow's breakdown goes even deeper. This is Rap Uncovered. The streets are always watching. No cap.